got the piece in the back.
2024 is a totally different ballgame for thrifting. Here's how I saved thousands, and you can too. My secrets revealed. Not only did I find the coolest thrifted pieces recently, just stay tuned, but I have noticed that thrift stores in my area are getting a lot better. Goodwill in particular, and I would love to know in the comments down below. Have you found the same? I was doing some drop-offs after I was decluttering parts of my house, and I realized that the prices had gotten lower again. Everyone's talking about Amazon, but I'm like, why not thrift? I could refurnish my entire house for like 20 or 30 bucks. My house is pretty minimal, and I've been doing some letting go and buying a more quality pieces, but I wanted to do it on a frugal budget. And this video is actually brought to you by my Positive Declutter Challenge, Love Your Home Again. For 30 days, I have a community group. I interact with you in a more personal way as you declutter your home. I want to be there with you, and more on that in a minute. Today, we're talking mega quality, and I want to give you all of my secrets when I go into thrift stores so I'm not overwhelmed and I'm not leaving with a bunch of junk. Like, I'm finding the really good stuff, and I want to make it something that if you walked into any thrift store in your area, you could do the same. Even if you're Charlie, he actually hates thrifting, which is why he organizes all of the Shrek DVDs every time he goes into a store with me, which leads me to my first amazing trick. In addition to Shrek and Fiona, every single thrift store has tons of toothbrush holders. Lots vintage, and we're not using these for your toothbrush. They also have tons of books. I love to get hardcover books. They make amazing coffee table books and look so elegant on any shelf, and they're just $1.39 at my store. And here's why you want one of those toothbrush holders. They are perfect for small flower arrangements. They keep them upright and really drapey, especially if you're working with hydrangeas. Maybe you cut them from your yard. You can't go wrong with flowers and quality literature. I feel like this is just so beautiful to look at around your house. And I'm going to show you in a minute how I price check, but man, I save so much by thrifting. And try vintage toothbrush holders in larger vessels. It helps hold the flowers upright and makes the arrangements beautiful. And you know what every thrift store has right now? Brass, tons of brass, and lots of silver and silver-plated items too. These are fabulous. My other trick you want to keep your eyes peeled for are wipes to clean your brass, to clean all of your silver pieces. I love the Carbona brands. There are lots of cups, especially water jugs, vases. This silver piece was priced at just $3.99. And look how well these wipes shined it up. I'll be sure to link them down below. This retails for 50 bucks. I put some plants that I was propagating in here. I've gotten so many compliments on this arrangement. Lamps are my next suggestion, and in particular, lamp shades. I really love the look of accordion style lamps, but they are really pricey. I was able to find for just a couple of dollars, tons of almost new options in store. This is really common in high-end and kind of vintage homes. I'm also loving the baskets. Y'all, Goodwill for baskets, I feel like is just like the heartbeat of the century. Like, that is one thing that hasn't changed. This silverware caddy basket was literally $3.99. I love Amazon for so much, but it is doing us dirty, especially when it comes to organization products and a lot of things for your home that you can seriously find thrifting. When I'm looking at wicker baskets, I really like to look for a solid weave, really quality stuff. And I love Dollar Tree just as much as the next person, but there's something about the elegance of wicker that just really elevates your home, especially with all of the thrifted finds. You can wash these with soapy water when you get home and let them dry in the sunshine. You may remember my thrifted armoire that I got for just $195 a few videos back. I love all of the wicker baskets inside of these. It's really elevated on a budget. Don't know where to start? Start small. I found this beautiful basket. It was a great way to hold fruit in my kitchen. I love this. I thrifted everything you see here, even the KitchenAid. Oh my goodness, friends, they're urns. Looking at all of the high-end catalogs like Crate & Barrel and Pottery Barn, I am obsessed with the urns, but I found some at Goodwill for just $1.99 and $2.99. The terracotta style, my store had tons of them, and I've been able to decorate all around my house with that high-end look on a tiny budget. I've never spent a lot to swap out my style, and you really need very few pieces to be able to do it. Now, before we get to the insane furniture finds, I have to show you a trick that I know is going to help you the next time you're out. All right, so I came across this little silk screen, and I was like, this is really cool. It's really pretty. I could tell it was quality, but it had a little rip in the bottom. Well, I decided to walk away because I wasn't going to leave with this because I didn't really have a spot for it. But here's what you can do. Snap a quick photo of your item, and then I want you to turn to Google. When thrifting, that little camera camera icon is your best friend. Give it a click, and then you can select the photo that you took, and it's going to perform a search. That's how I know how much everything is worth. And it turns out, y'all, I done messed up. These things retail like $1,600, $1,800, and some of the smaller ones, similar to what I'm showing you, are about $350. But it is okay. Don't buy something just because it's worth a lot. You buy it because you love it. Because later on, I ended up finding this weird looking thing, and I took it home because I was like, this is cool. And I needed a fun, unique lamp for the dining room. Well, turns out this lamp is worth several $100s and is a Russian samovar lamp. It's so unique and vintage from 1903. It works so well in this room next to my vintage Narnia cabinet. I also picked up these tassels from the thrift store for just 58 cents. I think they make the key extra fun. And sometimes I think the right pieces just find you. Like this Frank Oda art. It was just chillin' at the thrift store. I could not believe what it was worth. But the point is I actually really love it. You gotta buy what you love. I like that the thrift store lets you lean into your unique style. So I spotted this dog, and my grandmother had something like this, and I knew, first of all, that it was worth a lot, but also how much it reminded me of her, and it was marked at just $9.99. Promise me you're gonna Google Lens, okay? You can't find something like this on Amazon. I know it's kind of weird, but I love that it reminds me of my grandma, and it makes me happy. And I want to talk about furniture too, because this can really break the bank, but you can find such quality pieces at the thrift store for cheap. Another thing you have to know about the thrift store, Goodwill, and even Facebook Marketplace is you have to check frequently. I like to check a few times a week just to see what's available. There's lots of times I go to Goodwill and see nothing. But if I choose a week and I go 3 to 4 days just for like 5 or 10 minutes at a time, you would be surprised what you can find. And you know Askey, you know Giddy. So there was an incredible piece that I saw on the floor. I knew this was a 1930s cabinet. It had beautiful organization inside. It was solid wood, and it was marked at $19.99. But the tag was missing off of it, so I assumed somebody had picked it up. But I noticed it was there for 2 days in a row. So I went up and I asked at the front desk, and they said that had just been sitting there. They do 3 calls for the item. If nobody picks it up, it's yours. So I ended up bringing this home and putting it in my office to store all of my camera gear. I just love it. I knew this was a quality handmade piece just by feeling it, and I was able to Google Lens to find similar prices to know I was definitely getting a deal. We've been kind of rearranging our home a lot recently, and so when it comes to furniture, I do have luck at Goodwill, but I also have a lot of luck at Facebook Marketplace. So this is our master bedroom currently, and we love that little dresser in there. It's great, but it just doesn't really fit the space. I was looking for something stately, and I found her.
Thanks, Charlie, for driving. Thumbs up for Charlie. He's always like helping me. Every time I find these pieces and I just get like the calling on Facebook Marketplace, I'm like, look, it's a fun item. He's always game to come get it with me. Sure. Love you, babe. Love you.
If I can sell items, I do, and then I use that money and put it toward thrifted items. If I find something really cool at a thrift store that I can resell on Marketplace, I just use that money and then put it toward another item. This dresser is so beautiful. It was in the French provincial style. I went ahead and thrifted this bust, which I absolutely love. And thrifting can be so much fun, but it's even more fun when you choose pieces really intentionally and don't go crazy just buying everything just because it's a good deal. Because this is a space I could actually get behind and love. I lined the drawers with Dollar Tree wallpaper, and this space went from this to this. But I think my favorite spot of the room involved using what I have. I grabbed this bar cart. This used to be in my office downstairs, and I brought it up because I had some china. This was china we registered for our wedding. I use it maybe once a year, and I was like, but why? Why don't I use it every day? Why don't I use the pretty napkins? I love tea so much. So I was at the thrift store and I found this beautiful glass urn. It kind of was like, I don't know what was supposed to go in this, but I decided to put tea in it. I'm going to use it how I want to use it. And I thrifted this beautiful basket. I love how this turned out. So that's my one piece of advice. Use the china, burn the candle, wear the dress. Life is too short and you should get to enjoy the things that you have. And getting to enjoy your home means it's clean and clutter-free. And I wanted to invite you to my 30-day positive declutter challenge so you can love your home again. Donate those items to a thrift store and only bring in the things that you actually love. It's a 30-day challenge with a personalized video from me every single day. I get to actually know you, know your name, say hello, get to see pictures of your spaces. You get to interact with our community and declutter your home, because the truth of the matter is I share lots of organizing videos on YouTube, but you can't really organize things until your home is decluttered. And I know for me, it's not that I can't declutter. I literally just want to wake up and have somebody else tell me what to do and then pat me on the back and cheer me on and just help me out, help me feel great about those decisions. This challenge comes with a community Facebook group. You get a PDF from me as well as a 30-day whole house organization free download. Everything is right there for you so you get to love your home again. This is all about community and encouragement. I've been wanting to do something like this for so long and I finally get to. I am so glad. I can't wait to see you there. The link is down below. And act quickly. If you sign up by July 25th, you're going to get it for less than $20. I wanted to make this accessible to everyone. I can't wait to help you in your space and you just get to love your home a little more. That's what this channel is all about. I'll see you guys in there. Oh, no, don't worry. I didn't forget. Guess what? You are enough. I'll catch you soon.